All right, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Kobe Cole from the Cole from the Low podcast. I'm with my boy from J Fifth Down podcast, and today we're going to talk NFL and specifically the Atlanta Falcons. Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix Jr. coming from Washington, having two quarterbacks that Kirk Cousins was generally confused about, and getting into it. So starting off with it, Jay, how you doing today, bro?
Doing good, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Now, as always, bro, y'all make sure y'all check them out at J Fifth Down Podcast. But getting into it, so thing with Atlanta, right? They got Kirk Cousins, paid Kirk Cousins the bad, coming off a torn Achilles, drafting another quarterback out of Washington, Michael Penix Jr. on a little bit on the older side. So minus all of that, how do you generally feel about the Falcons in this upcoming season?
I'm confident, man. I'm confident that they can be a playoff team. I think now what they've been missing the last couple of years as a quarterback, if you look at them the past two seasons, or rather 3 seasons under Arthur Smith, they've all been 7-10. So they've won 7 games with very subpar play at the quarterback position, and a defense was okay. They got better last year. Got Jesse Bates, who was one of the top leaders in interceptions last year, and improved defense. And now you got some more playmakers on offense. You got to be John Robinson last year. So they've made the effort to improve their team, and now they improve the quarterback spot. I think Falcons go to the playoffs, man. I could see them 12-win season.
12-win season?
12 wins.
And that's a confident 12-win season?
Confident 12-win season, man.
So, that's very believable, especially with the Falcons. Minus the quarterback situation, and like you said, Jesse Bates was a very good player for y'all defensive-wise. How do y'all feel about the Falcons in that division?
It's their division to lose, man. It's Atlanta's division to lose. I don't think Carolina, I don't see posing any type of threat. The Saints, they could go either way. With Derek Carr, you don't know what you're going to get with him. Tampa Bay is the only team I can see that could be a possible threat to get the division crown. And even if they don't win the division, they can still make it in the playoffs. But it helps when you win your division. So I think they still win the division. I think they take it home this year.
So is your biggest threat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I believe so, yes. Yeah.
So I like the thing is, I do feel like with Atlanta, they should win their division. Like you said, it's a great way you put it. It's their division to lose. And I'd be surprised if they lose the division. Baker Mayfield, he played very good since last season. He was in comeback player of the year talks. Also, Tampa Bay defense has never been trash or bad. The defense has never really changed, but it's always been a good, I could even say great defense. So I do agree. I do feel like Tampa Bay is the biggest threat to the Falcons if the Falcons were to lose that division. I do think Bryce Young will have a good season, turning it around, but I don't see the Panthers as a whole posing a threat to your Falcons. And the Saints, like you said, you put it very good, but Derek Carr, it can go either way. You can have Derek Carr playing lights out, or you can have Derek Carr throwing you 3 interceptions and calling the game.
You said it, man. That's it.
Yeah. So the thing about the Falcons is the Falcons never really been a bad team. Personally, I got beef with the Falcons ever since they lost that Super Bowl. I just never can get over that. Like, imagine being a little kid, right? Mind you, I'm in like elementary. I think I was in like the 5th grade, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Imagine your teacher is a Patriots fan, and you're ready to go to that classroom and talk all kinds of trash, tell them they suck. You got blown out in the Super Bowl, and then you went and blew a 23 lead. Ever since then, I never supported the Falcons.
I don't blame you, man. I don't listen.
I can never get down with the Falcons.
I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you.
So, going back to that, have you always been a Falcons fan?
Oh yeah, man. Always, man. Always, dude. Always repping Atlanta, man. So always been through the good and the bad and the ugly. More bad and ugly and good, but yes, always repping the Falcons.
So how did you feel about that Super Bowl blowing a 28-3?
Well, I mean, people have their theories about it, like constantly being, it was rigged, or is this, it was that. They the refs paid them to lose. Listen, I mean, at the end of the day, man, it's like, even if that was the case, it's like you still don't. That's a chance to become a champion, man, an NFL world champion, and you. It's just I don't know, man. I think they should have stuck with what was working for him, which is running the football. Hitting them with that hard play action, that typical Kyle Shanahan offense. They went away from it, got pass happy. If you get inside the 20, man, and you get a holding call on your left tackle that pushes you out of field goal range, that hurts you. Then when you fumble the ball in your own red zone, that also hurts you. So it's like they had miscues too. So they should have won it. They should have won it.
So what? Yeah, I agree. And going into that, so going back to like current day and stuff, how do you feel? Like, what do you think the Falcons should improve on? What do they need, defensive wise, offensive wise? What's some key factors that they need that would improve their chances going into the Super Bowl?
I would just say improve play at the secondary. I think in the defensive line, of course, the defensive line and the secondary, I think, is where they need the most production. They haven't been able to sack the quarterback in about really 4 or 5 years consistently. It's been a struggle to get to the QB. You got to be able to generate pressure. Calais Campbell and Bud Dupree, who are no longer on the team, led with 6.5 sacks last year, which is not good. So you're going to need your young edge rushers to step up. I wish they would have grabbed one in the draft. They didn't. But you're going to need your guys to step up. And then secondary wise, Jesse Bates, we know he's going to play phenomenal. AJ Terrell, he had a great bounce back season last year. I'm looking at that other corner spot, whether it's Clark Phillips or whether it's whoever it is back there. I want them to. It's got to be. They got to play good in the secondary, man. They got to stop. You got to stop the pass. You got to stop the pass.
How do you feel about their offense?
Offensively, I think they're good. I think offensively, I think you finally have a quarterback that's not gonna throw 12 interceptions and 13 starts like Desmond Ridder did. Kirk Cousins is a veteran. He's before people forget, before he got hurt, man, he led the league in touchdown passes. He was playing really good. Then he got hurt. I think offensively, I think it's going to be good. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, this new coaching staff is going to get them involved more. Bijan Robinson is a gem. So get the ball in his hands. Offensive line is played well. Like those guys. So it's like offensively, I think they're going to be good next year. And they added some pieces in free agency, Darnell Mooney and Rondale Moore, speed on the outside, both 4.2, 4.3 guys. So I'm looking forward to it.
So I like how you I do think the best part of the Falcons right now is their offense. That's the biggest part that's going to win them games. Defense do have to improve. D-line, like you said, the D-line have to improve. If you're going to get to the quarterback and cause the secondary to look good, the D-line would have to look good also. D-line make the secondary look good. Secondary make the D-line look good when they pick them off. Pressures, QB hurries, sacks, etc. How do you feel about the Falcons coaching staff?
I like it, man. Raheem Morris used to be an assistant here not too long ago, some years ago before he left to go to Los Angeles. He was our defense coordinator. He also coached the offense side of the football. So he coached on both sides, offensively, defensively. He coached receivers, and he also DBs on defense. And, of course, he was our defense coordinator. And then when Dan Quinn got fired in the 2020 season, he took over as interim. Falcons didn't hire him then. They hired Arthur Smith. But now he comes back after a few years in L.A., went to the Super Bowl, has coached some really good players over there. And so I'm confident, man. I'm confident in the staff he's building, bringing in Zach Robinson to be the offense coordinator. I like it, man. I think you're going to do well. So,
and all good stuff. I like it, but it's some things that concern me with the Falcons, right? So if you get into the playoffs, what teams do you fear most in the NFC that could knock the Falcons out straight up? Like, is it team that you can give some dog fights? Or what team do you fear most of? Like, if I play this team right now, we getting dog white.
I say the only probably the two teams that I think that we probably could not put up any fight against will be the Philadelphia Eagles and the the San Francisco 49ers. I think those two teams Atlanta cannot stand a chance against just simply because of the sheer talent that they have on both sides of the ball. It's just simply out. Sometimes, man, you just with football, the way it works, man, sometimes you get out talented at the end of the day, and that's how you lose games. And you know, it just you can do everything right, but the other teams got better players than you do, you're gonna lose. It's a lot sometimes. So yeah.
So you saying the only teams that you fear that can absolutely like destroy y'all is the Eagles and the 49ers?
I think they can. I think they can compete with Detroit. I think they could. They could
make
it a
compete
game.
With the Lions?
Yes. Our offense, yes. Both physical teams. I like to run the football. I think as far as because the Lions defense isn't the best either at the moment. You know, they had some spots where they struggled last year as well. So I think unless they improve that by postseason time next year, I think Atlanta could make a game with them. Dude, if the Bucks were competing with them, Atlanta could.
But I mean, sometimes y'all couldn't even compete with the Bucks. And you're talking about a D line. You just said it yourself, bro. Agree. A D line that's not very effective against a great running team with Jahmyr Gibbs. They have a good running back core, and you think they can compete with the Lions? So let's do it like this, right? I'm gonna say teams in the NFC. We're gonna go down the order, and I want you to tell me blowout, win, or compete.
Okay.
Cool. Right. Giants. Blowout is being y'all losing.
Win.
Okay. Eagles.
Blowout.
Cowboys.
I don't know, man. Packers win there, and I don't know. That can go either way.
I'm not mad if you say compete. I'm not mad if you say compete.
I'll say compete. Even though we haven't done good against Dallas in the past, but like this team, I don't know. With Dallas, you don't know, man. So
yeah, I'm not mad at it all if you say compete. I'm not, especially in the playoffs, maybe regular season, but in the playoffs, I'm not mad at it all if you say compete.
Yeah. Okay.
Commanders.
Playoffs, win. Rookie quarterback, win.
Okay. The Vikings.
Win.
Not even compete? That's a win?
No.
That's a confident win?
Yes, because the Vikings, listen, dude, they're not, again, rookie quarterback situation. Yeah, they're talented. Justin Jefferson, all those guys defensively, they got some great players, but still, I think Atlanta would just edge them in the end. So I think it may not be a 30-point win, but it'll be a win. Maybe by a field goal, might be by a touchdown or two. You forget, man, this team won 7 games last year. 7 games. The last 2-3 years, 7 games. Some of them they could have won if they had better quarterback play. But now we got that with Kirk Cousins. I don't think people are understanding that. So
okay, how about the Bears?
Compete. The Bears are different, man. They're loaded. They are loaded. Their defense is good. They're really good. Like Caleb Williams we haven't seen him play yet.
Caleb Williams come out to be what he's supposed to be. There might be a blowout.
A blowout.
There might be a blowout. If I'm saying this now, and I'm not the biggest Caleb Williams supporter, and I'm not saying that I don't like Caleb Williams and his gameplay, but I'm not going to say I'm the biggest supporter also because I have 2 quarterbacks having a better season than him.
Yeah.
So I can't sit here and say, oh, Caleb Williams, because I have 2 quarterbacks in front of him. That's just not right. That's just being, unreasonable myself. But if he plays how he's supposed to play, rookie of the year, all that stuff, with the talent that's also surrounding him, once again, you said it yourself, the secondary is not the best, the D-line's not the best. Against a potential great offense, maybe maybe top 5 in the NFC, not NFL, in the NFC. That might be a blowout.
We're gonna score, dude. We're gonna score. It's just, it's not. It's gonna be. It'll be maybe a 2-touchdown game. I'll give them 2-touchdown game. It can be a 2-touchdown.
The difference would be 2 touchdowns.
Yes.
I don't know that's a against the Bears. That might be a 2. I ain't consider that's a blowout, but that's 1 touchdown away from being considered a blowout. That's a game you got to keep intact. You got to keep close, like a touchdown or fewer. But I won't be mad if y'all lose by a safety.
I mean, dude, Atlanta's one of those teams, man. Like sometimes the ball bounces funny ways, literally. So who knows? But just looking at things on paper, I mean, this team is a lot better than a lot of teams in the NFL right now. As far as like offensively, for sure. Defensively, they got a few more things to add, but I think they, like I said, 12-win team, bro, and they got on paper, one of the easier strengths of schedules of this year.
So you keep going to 12-win. Let's see how confident you're that. Let's go down to the schedule, and we're gonna go back and forth. We're gonna go win and loss. Okay.
All right.
Cool. Week 1 at home, Steelers.
We usually do good in week 1s. I say that's a win. It'll be a close win.
That's a loss. Respectfully, I say that's a loss.
But Steelers fan over here, everybody. But it'll be a good close game for sure. It'll be a good close game.
I will say this before we get into week 2. If we go into Atlanta and we lose week 1 against the Falcons, I lost hope. I'm losing hope in week 1.
This is the first week, man. You can't give up on the first.
I'm losing hope in week 1. No. The thing is, right? I mean, going on podcasts. I went on my own show. I went on your show. I went on Mr. 401. I've been on who else I give a shout out to? The NAR Report. And I had them on. I've been telling them. I've been on our boy Miles. I've been on his show.
Yeah.
I've been telling them we're Super Bowl bound, Super Bowl contenders, win the AFC North. If we go week 1, now are we just like a little sloppy? I'm not mad at that. But we go week 1 and we just actually like blow it in Atlanta. Oh yeah, I'm mad. I lose faith week 1, and I'm not gonna get faith again until we play Kansas City on Christmas. Right. Because if we go into London and lose week 1 against the Falcons, a team that I think is like under here to the Steelers, I lost faith. I can't get down with that.
We'll see.
But let's get back into it. Week 2, this is a loss. The Eagles.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And the link. Yeah, that's a loss.
Another loss. Back-to-back losses. Kansas City.
Yeah. There's no way we beat the Chiefs, even at home. So
then you got back-to-back division rivals, New Orleans and Atlanta.
Win.
Tampa Bay and Atlanta.
I say we lose this one at home, and then we beat them later on the road, though.
So you had them at a
2-2. Start the year.
2-3.
2
That's Tampa Bay week 5. So you have them at 2-3.
2-3. Yeah. Losses to the Eagles, to the Chiefs, and to the Bucks. Yes, 2-3.
And you got a win against the Steelers and the Saints.
Yes.
So 2-3, Carolina and Carolina.
Yeah, that's a win.
3-3, the Seahawks at Atlanta.
Man,
that's a loss. That's a loss.
Oh man, that's an interesting
That's a loss.
I don't know.
I might need to hold your hand and tell you this, bro, but that's a loss.
Seahawks. I mean, the Seahawks, they can be spotty, bro. So like
they can. I won't disagree, but they come and it's in Atlanta. I don't know, bro. That might be another loss.
Man, look, the last time they were here, they had a different person throwing the football for them. I don't, I think that's a win. I think we beat Seattle here at home.
So that's 4-3.
4-3.
Tampa Bay again at Tampa Bay.
We win that game. For some reason, we do better on the road against them. I don't know.
5-3. Don't disagree. Regular season Dallas Cowboys. That's a loss.
It's in Dallas or here?
Y'all in Atlanta. That's a loss, bro. I don't care if y'all was in Dallas. That's a loss. That's a loss, bro. That's a loss. And you know it.
Yeah. I mean, the Cowboys are a good regular season team. Like I said, I give them their
Now, in the playoffs, if you would have sat there and hesitated, I would have been cool. It's not many teams that beating Dallas in the regular season. And we got to play Dallas. Even though I'm going to say we beat them, that got some bias in there. That's a loss. Realistically, that's a loss.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
right. New Orleans at New Orleans.
We lose that. We always split. I think we're gonna split it and lose there.
So do you guys split in with everybody in your division except the Panthers?
Yes.
I think that's realistic. Yep. I think y'all will split with everybody but the Panthers. Unless Bryce Young and the Panthers just have a good season. Not a good season, a better season than what last year was. I ain't gonna say good season. Good season to stretch. A better season than what last year was, then I think y'all do split. Right. The Denver Broncos at Denver, that can go either way.
It really could. Depends on who's under center. If it's Bo Nix, could be a win. Heck, if it's Zach Wilson, you know what? I'm gonna say a win. Either one of them, I think it's a win.
Yeah, I think the way Denver looking right now, that's a reasonable win. Like I said, it could go down to who under center. That's also be in week 11. So whoever right there is right there. Bo Nix, Zach Wilson. I have no faith in Zach Wilson, but if Bo Nix is under center, it's not too many weapons Denver have anymore, to be honest. Judy's not there no more. Russell Wilson was doing good last year towards the stretch before he got benched. The first year, no. Last year, yes, he was doing good. So that could go either way. But as Denver looking right now, Denver, I'm not saying Denver is them, but Denver is looking like the Bills. Most of their star power is gone. Let's be realistic. That's why I keep telling people I don't fear the Bills. Because why would I fear the Bills if your star power is gone? Your wide receiver 1 is gone. Your wide receiver 2 is gone. You got rid of half your defense. What's there to fear? Like, at this point, do you even pick up Josh Allen on your fantasy team?
No, I don't.
Exactly. Do you pick up Josh Allen on your fantasy team? Because for one, you might well treat him like a running back because he got to have to run. As of right now, he has no one to throw to but Keon Coleman. Like, again, I do think Keon Coleman would be good, but he's a rookie. That could go either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. We left off at Denver. The Chargers.
In LA?
Say it again.
Is it in LA or is it in Atlanta?
It's in Atlanta.
When?
I think
listen, dude. They have no, for some strange reason, they got rid of their top weapons. I don't believe the Chargers will do anything this year. I don't have confidence in that. I think we do win this game. New coach, Jim Harbaugh, but they have no weapons, man. What? Also, Eckler left too.
Yeah, I agree. They, a lot of teams that we're calling good or we put in that top 5, top 10. The Chargers ain't really been like a top 5 team in a minute. But teams like that, like, we really can't say they're still good because we don't know how they can perform with a lot of their weapons. not there. And this is why I keep saying the Steelers are the way we are. I know this episode is mainly about the Falcons. We're going to talk a little more about other teams in the NFL too. But we done got better. We got to the first round, barely lost to the Bills, with a fourth string, third string quarterback that if he goes to anywhere else, 9 times out of 10, he's not playing. The Bills don't really have a team no more. The Chargers are rebuilding. Like, realistically, let me just look at this before I say this. I'll say it. We're a top 10 team in the NFL.
Yeah. I mean,
we're a top 10 team. And we got better. So, call me crazy, but I think it's realistic to say we're a Super Bowl contender team. I think the Falcons, they're 32 teams in the NFL. I think the Falcons is a top 15 team in the NFL. Now, that's making a stretch to Super Bowl contenders, but I think the Falcons are a top 15 team in the NFL with most of their games losing to anybody that play in the AFC.
Yeah. Solid, man.
But,
that's valid. That's valid.
Yeah. And that's the only reason I feel like that, because the team's not looking the way it is. Like right now, on paper, we can't say the Bills. We know who the Bills are, but we can't say they're a top 10 in the NFL.
Well, no,
they have but Josh Allen. They might have a top 5 quarterback, but overall, they're not a top 10 team in the NFL. I can name off the dome. I could probably name 7 teams better than the Bills.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
right,
that's just the realistic of it. We look at the Chargers. I'm gonna say it now. This is a loss. I'm gonna say it. You're gonna disagree with me, but it's a loss. Minnesota.
No.
And it's in Minnesota. And it's in December. Y'all can't play in the cold. Y'all can't play in the cold. And
it's in the dome.
Y'all can't play in the cold.
They play in the dome like we do.
But y'all can't play in the cold. It doesn't matter. Y'all gonna step outside until y'all get back into that dome. Y'all can't play in the cold. I was somewhere freezing off. Yo,
look. No matter
who's guarding Justin Jefferson.
Listen, hey, bro. Listen. If it's no matter if it's JJ McCarthy or
it's just McCarthy. It's lights out, baby. He win Rookie of the Year in that game right there. That's the Rookie of the Year solidified right there.
It'll be close.
Bro, the way y'all look on Jesse Bates. Oh yeah. I'll take the Vikings any day of the week.
It'll be close, but it'll be a win. We're gonna win. It'll be a close win, but it'll be a win.
A close win. Y'all beating the Vikings. Who's guarding Justin Jefferson?
AJ.
Who?
AJ Terrell.
Who's guarding Jordan Madison?
Look, man. Like I said, I'm.
You don't answer.
That's why I said the secondary needs fixing. Outside of Terrell, they need to address that. Those are the cornerback spots. So I don't. Clark Phillips has some good plays last year, but he's young. I don't trust him yet. I don't know, man. That's the only thing that concerns me. And that in the defensive line.
Hey man, I love AJ Terrell. I got a chance to be on a panel with him, talk to him, sat right next to him, chopped it up. Cool dude, great player. But let's be realistic. You think how much do you think he holding JJ to? Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson's gonna have a good game. But he's not gonna go completely crazy. I say maybe like 10 catches. I'll give him 10 catches, 100 and
That's not crazy. That's not wait a minute. That's not crazy.
He's had crazier games.
Yeah, but 10 catches. I mean,
that's not super bad.
As a DB, if a receiver has 10 catches on me, we got a problem.
Look, that's not considering who he's going up against, who's arguably the best receiver in the league. That's not bad. Like you're gonna win some reps, you're gonna lose some reps. That's how it goes. But on either side. But I say 10 catches, 110 yards, maybe a touchdown. Hey, that's a win for me. Because usually
that's not a win for me.
Listen, Jefferson can easily go for.
I'd be mad, bro. I'd be somewhere mad in that locker room. He got 10 catches on me.
I'm not saying I'd be completely happy, but it's if he could easily have 15, 20 catches, 153 touchdowns. He can knock that out easy. Easy.
Hey, I like AJ Terrell. I think he gives JJ a good matchup and a fight. I'm gonna let you know now. If he get 10 catches on, that's not good. As a person that used to play DB, in my head, if you got 10 catches on me, yeah, you're judging Justin Jefferson. But if you got 10 catches on me, especially even though I say JJ might be my rookie of the year, if JJ McCarthy throws that ball 10 times on my head, and after that fifth or sixth catch, they're basically targeting me at that point.
Look, like I said, man, it's a win for me. So,
the Las Vegas Raiders.
That's a win. That's a win.
Vegas. Yeah, I agree. That's a win.
That's a win.
I don't know who's going to have.
Yeah.
Who's their quarterback? Aiden O'Connell? Is that still their quarterback?
I think it's gonna be between him and Gardner Minshew. So I don't know who's gonna win that QB battle, but
I go Falcons any day of the week.
We know the Raiders are dysfunctional. So
now that's somebody he can hold. He can hold.
Who? Now they still got Adams now, but it's the Raiders are not. No, absolutely not.
That's somebody he can hold to under 10 catches, and the reason I say that, Devontae Adams ain't got about to throw to him.
Yeah. So
the New York Giants.
That's I don't know, man. I mean, that could go. That's the Giants. No, they don't have a running game. That's a win. I don't think Daniel Jones can sit back and just chop us up. No. They got some good players, but no, that's a win for us.
I think this would be one of the most interesting matchups y'all whole season. Week 17 against the Commanders.
That's gonna be a tough game, man. That's gonna be a very tough game.
I think y'all lose that one.
I'd agree.
And then week 18 is the Panthers.
Oh yeah, win. So that has us at what?
I don't know if we made it to 12, bro. I sure didn't give y'all 12 wins. Maybe 10-7. Let's see. The Steelers was a win. So I'm just gonna go by and just say win real quick, and then we'll count it up that way, okay?
All right, cool.
So Steelers.
Oh yeah, that's a win.
Win. Eagles.
Loss.
Kansas City.
Loss.
Saints.
Win.
Said win.
Yeah, win.
Tampa Bay.
That's a loss.
Carolina.
Win. It's 3.
Seattle.
Win.
Tampa Bay again.
Win.
Dallas Cowboys.
Loss.
New Orleans Saints.
That's the one that's in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a loss.
That's a loss?
Yes.
So I'm at 6. Broncos.
Win.
Said win?
Yeah, win.
Chargers.
Win.
Minnesota.
Win.
Raiders.
Win.
Giants.
I'll say loss.
Commanders and Panthers.
Loss. And win against the Panthers.
So yeah, bro, you was right. You got them going 12 wins.
Exactly. Yeah, that sounds about right. They're going to have one or two. They're going to lose to contender teams. So, like I said, Eagles, Chiefs. They're going to have one of those games where they just spoof. Have that funky loss against a team like the Giants and the Commanders. So, yeah, I say 12 wins.
So I think I have y'all going about 10-7.
Okay.
I think I have y'all going about 10-7, which is not bad. It's just 2-win difference. I don't have y'all beating the Steelers, and I will go Minnesota. Maybe somewhere in there they'll throw another one. I have to actually look and think about teams, but
yeah.
Did you say win against Washington or loss against Washington?
Loss against Washington.
Loss against Washington. So yeah, I have them. I definitely have them winning, losing against the Steelers and losing against Minnesota. Especially if Minnesota got their ish together by week 14. Yeah, I do have y'all losing then.
Right.
But let's get into this conversation.
Okay.
Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix Jr. How you feel about that?
Feel good, man. Listen, it's a good thing to have a quarterback problem. People understand that till it's their team. If you have a quarterback problem, then you're good. And who would even say it's a problem? I mean, you got a veteran guy, you signed him to a little bit of a hefty contract, but who's to say he plays the full thing out? He could retire before the third or fourth year is up, and Penix is like, he's a guy that was just in the national championship. He's a very polished quarterback. He's talented, got good spin on the football, accurate. Only thing is he had some injury issues in the past, but I'm confident in him. I think he's got a great, working with Zach Robinson, who is a quarterback coach with the Rams, working with Matthew Stafford, being behind Kirk Cousins. I'm sure he's learning well. So I'm confident in the quarterback room for Atlanta, much better than what they've had the previous 2 or 3 years.
So, do you think Penix's age play a part?
He is on the older side, but I mean, it's not ideal. But it's like I said, he could be playing sooner than what we expect him to. That depends on situations that happen with Kirk Cousins. Who knows? If Kirk gets hurt this year, God forbid, or if he just stinks it up, then we can see Penix as early as this year. You don't know.
So the biggest thing I like about this, right, and I do like that you said it's good to have a quarterback problem. I was okay when they drafted Penix Jr. I was perfectly fine with it. And the reason being is y'all have a backup quarterback. I'm a big J.J. McCarthy supporter. Penix is the same way in the same kind of boat with J.J. McCarthy. They've been to the national championship. First off, I didn't even have him making the national championship. So that speaks alone right there that you got to the national championship. You did lose J.J. McCarthy in Michigan Wolverines, but you got to the national championship. Like I said, they in the same kind of boat. Got to the national championship. He lost. He wasn't necessarily the best quarterback in the draft. He failed but he failed to the Falcons. So my thing is with Penix, he's a good quarterback because of his resume, is what I'm trying to get to undeniably. He's a good quarterback because of his resume. The same thing with J.J. McCarthy. We can't sit here and say J.J. this and J.J. that. He's a great quarterback or a good quarterback because of his resume. So the same thing with and I like how we bringing up J.J. and Michael Penix Jr. because, like I said, they're in the same boat. We're going to bash J.J. You better bash Michael Penix Jr. too. Because in my opinion, it's times in the national championship, the regular season, going up to it, he looks spotty. And I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but we're going to sit here and bash J.J. McCarthy. We better sit here and bash Michael Penix Jr.
However, I do believe Penix is a little bit more polished than J.J. is.
And I'm not mad if anyone says that. I'm not mad if anyone said that. But what's the key word you just said? A little bit more polished. It's not like he's Jaden Daniels Heisman winner or
no, of course not.
The rebirth of Jalen Monroe. I'm just saying Penix is in the same kind of boat as J.J. McCarthy as going to the championship. Undeniably, he lost, but he did get there.
Yeah.
And he looked it kind of spotty in the regular season and in the national championship. I'm just saying. And don't get me started about that Washington versus Washington State game. That right, they would have lost that. Playoffs is over then and there. I don't give a crap if they beat Oregon again twice in a row. They lose right in there.
Yeah.
They lose right in there. And that's why I be saying, if you're going to bash JJ McCarthy, better best Penix too. But overall, I like the pick because, first of all, great Super Bowl teams have backup quarterbacks. And I do think Penix, as of right now, will be a good quarterback.
I agree. I think he is too.
So I do like the draft him. Now, I do see people or fans' concerns, but overall, what other backup quarterback you finna go get?
Yeah.
And with Kirk Cousins, the man coming off injury.
Right. So you don't know. Like I said, he could come in as early as this year. That's just dependent on a couple of different factors, but you know.
Yeah, and the thing is, I feel like the Falcons and the Steelers are kind of the same boat. Quarterback situation, trying to give a rebirth, can fight in the division. The Falcons division is a little easier than I ain't gonna say a little easier, a lot easier than the AFC North. So it's gonna be a little more of a struggle, but I do think they can get something going. Both teams can get something going. So I think that's the biggest thing. But the thing is with Kirk and Penix, the biggest thing that I do feel like the Falcons front office and coaching should have did, you let Kirk Cousins know you finna go draft the quarterback. You don't sit there on TV, all right, about to get me an O-lineman, about to get me a receiver. Maybe I'm finna go get me another DB to match up with AJ Terrell on the other side. With this so-and-so pick, 2024 NFL draft, we draft Michael Penix Jr. Yeah, you don't do that. I can't agree with that at all. I can't get down with that. At least we told Russell, hey, you still gonna start Justin, you the backup. Y'all didn't let Kirk Cousins know that y'all finna go draft somebody.
I'm sure he had an idea.
The boy was confused. He literally went on you know, that's the thing though. If he had an idea, that's one thing. He went in an interview or went on social media, by quote, I was a little bit confused when they drafted the quarterback. I would be too if you didn't tell me something.
Well, I mean, they're looking at a long-term contingency plan. I mean, you can't expect Kirk to play.
And I'm okay with that. Like I said, I don't disagree with that. But what I disagree with is if you're the starting quarterback and I go draft, let's just say Miles. I go draft Miles. You're gonna want me to tell you that I'm gonna go draft Miles, right?
I mean, whatever it is to me, it's like, I mean, it's like, I know I was brought in to be the starter. So it's like if I'm in Kirk's spot, I know that they're not starting a rookie over me regardless. So it's like, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't bother me as much.
I mean, if that's confidence for one, but if we're not starting a rookie over you, why am I drafting the rookie? Why am I drafting the rookie and not telling you?
Because we're a long-term
why am I drafting the rookie and not telling you? That's the thing. Why did I trade up and drafted the rookie and not telling you? That's another thing. He didn't just fall to them either. They traded up and got him and did not tell you. So you wouldn't be no concern. It's no concern.
I mean, they're not obligated to tell me.
You said what?
They're not obligated to tell me. They don't have to.
So you wouldn't be confused. You're right. They're not obligated, but you would be a little bit confused or anything.
I mean, like I said, regardless of the fact, so I know what I'm here to do. I'm here to play and be the starter and go and try to win this team football game. So it's like, okay, they draft a quarterback. Cool. I mean, Kirk in his mind should understand that being at the age he is, playing NFL for how many years he's played, that these teams do that. It's just long-term plan. Look at the Vikings when they picked up Jaren Hall. I mean, now he hasn't really, but they picked him up.
Hey,
for a reason. So
that's what you think. That's what you think, man. Hey, but as always, bro, thank you for coming on the show, bro.
Of course.
Oh, real quick before we start that, as Kirk is going to be the starting quarterback, where do you rank Kirk in quarterbacks? Out of 32 quarterbacks in the league, like, what's your ranking in Kirk?
If he's fully healthy, top 15 quarterback.
Top 15 quarterback?
Yes. He was playing like Dude, he was actually, matter of fact, he was playing better than that when he was healthy last year. Again,
he was, and I was supporting him. I literally said that Kirk is not the reason the Vikings is losing. I did say that, but top 15 quarterback.
Yes, fully healthy with the weapons they have: Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, Darnell Mooney, Rondale Moore, dude. Yes, and an offensive system that he's familiar with. Yes.
To be honest, bro, he might sneak in at 15.
I said 15, top 15.
He might sneak in at 15. Okay, Patrick Mahomes, and this is in no order, but this is who I'm looking at on the list right now, and the Chiefs just happen to be first. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. I'm gonna do it. Russell Wilson. I'm gonna do it. Deshaun Watson.
Oh,
the whole AFC North.
You put him over Joe Burrow?
The whole AFC North. The whole AFC North. As of right now, their careers, Kirk and Russell might be here and here. I'm biased. They might be here and here.
Russ,
they might be 14 to 15, but I'm putting Russ over Kirk. Especially, bro.
I mean, Russ has a championship. I can't.
He beat the Bills. I mean, if they keep Russ in, the Bills is in trouble in the division. I'm just saying. Here, the Broncos was looking good until they just wanted the bench Russell Wilson because there's no trade. No, was it injury clause?
Something like that. Yeah,
something like that. That makes no sense. If I was the front office, I would not care. Russell will handle that after the season. You're still staying in, but you're telling me the way Russell was playing and Kirk, they might be 1-1. So yes, I'm putting the whole AFC North, and I still think Deshaun Watson, as long as he stays healthy and out of trouble, he's above Kirk Cousins. Yes, the whole AFC North. So Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, and Joe Burrow. Cool. I finished the whole AFC East. You got lucky. Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Tua Tagovailoa. Now this is where it gets tricky. CJ Stroud. So what is that? 9. CJ Stroud. Where are we gonna put Trevor Lawrence? Got to the playoffs.
He's a top 15 quarterback. He is probably like 13.
So that's the AFC by itself, and we're at what? That was like 10-9. So he has 5 spots to make it. Let's go to the NFC.
Dude,
Jalen Hurts. That's 11. Dak Prescott. That's 12.
Are we counting now? Is this? You say Dak Prescott. Now, which Dak are we talking about? Because come out regular season Dak. Okay.
I think, to be honest, I think both Daks get it. Can you count on what? How many times Kirk Cousins been to playoffs?
He hasn't been, but then
No, he's been, but he lost what, first round?
I mean, he hasn't been and won. I mean, but his teams have been the best.
I think either Dak, you can get NFC Championship with Dak, and he still might outplay Kirk Cousins. Based on resumes alone, Kirk Cousins get Dak Prescott get there. I don't know about Kirk.
Yeah, I mean, Dak will get there, but what is he gonna do when he gets there? Is the question.
Okay. Same question for Kirk. What he gonna do when he get there?
Yeah, I don't know
if he gets there. So that's still 12, and I think a lot of people put Dak over Kirk Cousins. Then you got question is here. Where do you? So this way he might make it. Where are you ranking the whole NFC West? Geno Smith, Brock Purdy, Kyler Murray, and the Rams.
Stafford.
Because depending on how you rank them, that might knock Kirk Cousins out there right now.
Kyler Murray is not a top 15 quarterback. Top 20 at best.
So I'm assuming you're gonna go ahead and knock out Geno Smith also.
Yeah.
So that goes to Brock Purdy and that goes to
Stafford. Those two I will leave in. I'll leave those two
Stafford.
in. Yeah.
So that's 14. So your boy got one spot to make.
Last spot.
Yeah, he's out. I'm looking at this right now. He's out. I'll say he win the NFC South. As of right now, Bryce Young, no. Derek Carr, no. Depending on who you're talking to, him, Baker Mayfield might go fight for that 15 if they was 15. But he lose the NFC North. Jordan Love, Jared Goff. I'm sorry, not happening.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, like I think Kirk is still he's healthy. He's a good quarterback.
And I don't disagree. But Kirk versus other quarterbacks. Kirk, so 32 quarterbacks. Kirk might be what, 18, 20, top 20 quarterback? And I didn't even mention other quarterbacks like Justin Fields with an actual weapons around him. And we don't know what he can do with weapons around him. Man, you doubt Justin Fields, I know something. Come on, bro.
Bro. I didn't say anything.
Come on, your face, man, your face.
Look, he's not going to even play much this year.
We're in the same boat with Michael Penix Jr. The same stuff you said about Michael Penix Jr., Kirk Cousins, the same stuff we can say about Russell Wilson, Justin Fields.
Yeah, but we're assuming on both scenarios that the starting guy is going to play the majority of the year. That's, of course, barring any injuries or unexpected bad play, but it's safe to assume that's not going to happen with these two guys.
So, hey, only time will tell, I guess.
That's right.
Hey, man, as always, bro, thank you for coming on. Thank you for talking about the Falcons, a little more in the NFL. I always appreciate you, bro. Y'all make sure y'all go check them out at Jay's Fifth Down Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Instagram, TikTok, bro. You on TikTok?
TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. We're on there.
I'm on Twitter. X, bro.
X. Oh, yes, X. X. Thank you, Elon Musk. Yes, X. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Jay's Fifth Down Podcast.
Yeah, man. And then me and Jay will be back in the studio in August. That's probably I'll be back in the studio back in August. So, hey, man, as always, bro, I appreciate you. I'll see you on the flip side, bro.
All right, man. Thank you.